People have been asking. I want another episode of the show. I've caught up.
I don't think anybody's.
Before we get to all the fun for the show, should we have every week we have depressing moments with David Vincelette as you share what's going on in your life, and everyone becomes horrified with how depressing it is. Should we do that now, or should we wait and close the show?
Let's wait. Let's wait on that. I'm depressed enough. It's hard right now with the news that's going on to find things really funny. I'm trying to think of something really funny.
Tell me about
stuff.
when you say that, do you mean specifically what's going on with the children in Texas?
Yeah, with the children and
now am I right to think? Yeah, we should, because that's on everybody's mind. Hasn't this been going on for a long time? Like the way, when people come into the country with children, since that they say that law, it's considered a crime. You trying to come here with
right.
So they separate you from your kids. Even they say sometimes the 2-year-old and the kids are crying, and the whole thing seems like people are saying, well, that's the law, and I go, the whole thing seems wrong, and it seems like the best thing would be for it to stop like immediately, like go find every one of these kids and go connect them with every one of their parents, like do like.
Yeah.
Get the law out of this. We got kids here, and we got people that really haven't broken a crime. They just try to come into the country. So it's like it's sort of
it's tough.
We
have the same thing every day in America. I mean, you have people who are separated because of their parents commit a crime or something like that.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. Yeah. The law, we've allowed the law to come into the home and come into the family. Yeah. I personally know 2 parents of a child, and they had the child taken away because they committed a crime involving illegal substances. Right. So think about this. You have 2 parents. Now, what makes this story interesting is maybe the 2 parents are totally coked out, meth all day long. They're insane, crazy. We need to go save that kid. Right. Because they're hurting the child. Yeah. That's great. I'm all for saving everybody and making sure no one's being harmed or violated. Mm-hmm. But the problem with this case I'm thinking of is I happen to know the parents and have spent lots of time with them and with the child, and with many hours with the child alone, where the child is free to is talking to me about his parents. Right. This child lived in a home with 2 parents. Right. He had his own room. Mm-hmm. It was filled with toys. It was a totally we would play out, and he just loved it. It was fun. Yeah. And because the parents did this thing to make money for their family, that's what they're doing. They're living a family. Yeah. One way they make money is they sell substances that we have laws that say these are illegal, but that's not illegal, but this is illegal because this is, and that's not. They came and they took the child away. Yeah. And I thought that was the fact that goes on in our country is, because what they did is they ripped a child away from 2 loving parents that they were feeding the kid every day, getting the kid toys, playing with the kid. Right. Like they talking about farming and growing food. I never saw a single negative thing that I never saw a raised voice. I never saw a yell at the kid, a hit the kid. I never saw a single negative thing. Right. And this is me hanging out with them. This is not once hanging out or twice or 3 times. This is like probably 6 or 7 long duration, multiple hour times together. And that's going on in our neighborhood, and everyone's talking about this thing in Texas is so terrible because there's kids in a Walmart. Yeah, it is terrible, but it's no more terrible than that. That just goes on. That's accepted. I know. That's not, no one even says about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry. Go ahead.
The American citizens,
What do I do about that? I think it's wrong. I think that's wrong. That's happening in our society. I think that's why I have to run for president.
I think that's why.
Because things, I have merged my governor campaign with the Libertarian candidate of New Hampshire because I was so impressed with her platform, and I reached out to every candidate, and she's the only one that conducted mindful communication with me. I wrote messages. She wrote messages. I wrote messages back. She wrote messages back. She was thoughtful. I go, you're my candidate. Geez, you're my friend. And she's a mom and she's a mother.
What's her name?
Can't remember off the top of my head. We should. Hey, Chico.
Yo.
Can we find out who's the woman running for Libertarian candidate?
Yeah, I can do that. Also, your mic is behind your neck right now. There you go.
Hey,
Who's
Ryan,
the clown now?
you're a complete moron. You were talking out of your neck. I'm usually talking out of my butt. So,
Oh, man.
hey, so my goal for this show,
Yeah.
just so you know, Chico, personal announcement, my goal for the shows now is to make them all child friendly. Now, that's hard for me because I don't come from that background, and I used to do a lot of clubs where I would swear profusely and people would laugh and pay me money to do it. So I'm intending no swears, everything's positive, and pretend that these cameras are
Little children.
8-year-old kids. Hi, kids. Welcome
Hi, kids. Stand up
That's-
straight.
We need to get do what you're told.
Get your hand out of your pocket.
I have so much to talk about
Stop picking
today.
your nose. What's that?
I really have so much to talk about today. There's a lot on
Good.
my mind.
It's a good thing because I have nothing to say.
Really?
Well, I think when you say something, I'll have something.
So I want to wrap up on the topic of, okay, the kids is terrible. What I'm thinking, all I can say is I feel that it should be stopped. I'm expressing that message here. Here's what I want to say that's as simple. Because
Gilletta Jarvis?
Gilletta Jarvis, yeah. Gilletta Jarvis, Libertarian
Jarvis.
candidate. She is so far behind, so less money than the other. So she is way better than the Democrat and Sununu, I think. Her platform is awesome. She's freedom for the individual. And that's what I'm talking about. We need to change all laws. We don't need to change any laws because that's hard to do.
Yeah.
We need to make one law. Love becomes the number one highest order, which means every other law is automatically, you do not follow it if it's unloving. So if someone says, hey, hey, the law says this, and you go, yeah, I know, but that's unloving, so we can't let him outside. We can't let that person.
But who decides which is whether it's loving or not? Each individual?
I think the message becomes love is the highest law. Of course, okay, but everyone is no one decides. We cease living in a moralistic judgment society. We know that love is supportive. We know how it feels. It's supportive. It's positive.
Yeah.
Food, water, shelter, sharing, kindness. It has these hints to it. You tell love always has that. Love's never jealous. Love's never envious. Love's never. Love is just always accepting. It's unconditionally accepting. You're okay. And we need to communicate. Marshall Rosenberg, nonviolent communication, invented in the 1960s. He's doing it around the world. He says the problem with humanity is that we're violent. And the reason that we're violent is because we've been trained to be violent. For 8,000 years, we live in a right, wrong, good, bad. That's how you grow up thinking life works, that you can screw up, you're wrong, they did it better, be successful. And it's this competing thing of, I don't want to get blamed and I want to get rewarded. That style of living leads to violence, war. And so what's the new, and he go, if you turn on any TV in America between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m.
Yeah.
every day with the most time where children, young people are watching,
Right.
75% of the shows, the lead character either kills someone or physically assaults them pretty severely.
Yeah.
So everyone's wondering, why do we have so much? It's like we've made violence normal. We've rewarded it. We've made it a thing of it's and then look at the sports we have and look at all the relationship trauma of wives and husbands and people and the rule is everyone is sacred. Everything is connected. We're just the universe, having a human experience. And so we need to go, okay, how do we communicate? We communicate how we feel. We get in touch with how we feel. We are a culture and humanity suffering from a lack of feeling, it is normal for people to be told not to cry, don't cry. I myself was told, cry, don't cry, don't cry. When I was 12, I told my mom, Mom, sometimes I feel like crying, but I know I'm not supposed to. Now, I would like for the children now to never feel that way, to feel sometimes I cry and I feel emotion and I accept that I feel this emotion, not to begin crying because you're really sad about something and then feel really guilty, which is worse. You're actually being traumatized, crying, and then feeling that you're wrong for feeling this emotion. Feeling emotion is great. We need to feel emotion, and we need to feel all the emotion. And then what I like to do through clowning is realizing how powerful feelings are. Yeah, feel all the stuff, but then bring it back to the smiles and the happiness and the hugs, and let's share this. And it's nice to spend a lot of your time there. Now, but I don't think some people, if you have this thing, I need to spend all my time in like happiness, you're going to find that maybe and then whenever you feel negative energy in any way, you rather than feel it, you run from it, which is very common.
Yeah.
You feel it and you run, you take off, you get divorced, you break up, you leave, you don't know how to deal with things, so you remove yourself. And sometimes when things get really bad, and sometimes it's often the best to physically in material reality remove yourself. But it's good to learn how to be okay with your feelings and feel them and watch them, and then if you want to, you can sort of play with them, and you can I'm at the point where I used to get into an argument with someone, have a contentious relationship. Maybe it's with a girlfriend, maybe it's with my mom, or maybe it's with a sibling, and I would feel bad for days, weeks, sometimes when I've had a woman, break up with me, that term some people use, which is terrible. Yeah. I felt bad for months, really. I felt sad for months. Sure. Where now, I often feel bad for minutes or sometimes seconds or sometimes even in the moment I feel it, and I'm forgiving myself. I'm never saying, I do things, Dave, that I was talking to a woman the other day. Yeah. And we were sort of, the conversation got a little tense, and she went to leave, and I became annoyed that, this is like every time conversation gets tense, you leave. Yeah. And so I go, as she's leaving with her window down, I go, how did I say it? I was so frustrated, I just go learn, right? That's what I said. Yeah. Right? And when I said it, I felt all like, yeah, I'm right. You need to go learn. You need to go study nonverbal communication. You're not as smart as me, not as wise as me, not as enlightened as me. You need to go become better. Right? Yeah. When really, that's really extremely violent to say to someone. Because what I'm saying is, I don't accept you now. I don't accept the way you're acting now. The fact that you're driving off, I judge you for it. I think you're bad, worse. And as you drive off, you're going to feel that judgment of me thinking you're not good. And that's my issue. Right. That's my problem. It would have been nicer to say, I love you, rather than go learn.
Go have fun.
Go have fun. I'm sorry we're not getting along right now. I'm sorry. This is part of life. We have tense conversations, but I want to know I love you right now, and I'm sorry.
Go take a break.
Yeah, take a little break.
Yeah, it probably would have been. So,
but then here's the thing. So I've been studying this nonviolent communication. So this guy Marshall Rosenberg is going all over the world. He's in Palestine, he's in Israel, he's in Rwanda, talking to people who's just had their parents killed by their neighbors, and he's teaching everyone this is how we communicate. And how you communicate is you talk about how you feel while not criticizing anyone else. So this is not a feeling. I feel like you're abusing me, Dave. No. Describe what's alive in you now. Leave Dave and everyone else out of it. What's going on with you now? I feel uneasy. I feel tightness in my chest. I feel anger. That's good. Those are good. Those are emotions that you have. That doesn't involve you. So be aware of how you feel. And then realize that all feelings and all the words that we say and everything when we say go learn or you got to do this, and I feel all of that is really on top of needs. It's on top of the things that we need. and we're not talking about the needs. We're using words and feelings, and we're not. And so nonviolent communication says, look beyond the words. Look beyond. Never listen to anyone's words.
Never listen to anyone's words.
No. Never hear their words.
Yeah.
Their words can. I can. When he says never hear the words, never hear the words means, don't hear any of the. Hear the need behind the words. You're talking to someone who needs something. And if you want to work well with people, when someone's talking to you, if you can begin to not even to hear the words, of course, they're telling you a story, they're telling you information that's important. You hear that.
Yeah.
But what you're really focused on is, what does this person need? And can I serve them?
Yeah.
Because if it's there, you could be screaming at. There's no reason that you can't be saying the worst vile things to me, right? And I'm looking, and all I'm hearing is sound vibrations. I'm asking, Dave is lacking something right now. There's anger in him, and okay, he's feeling like he can't express himself. He has an idea about what's best for the asphalt waste in the brook. He has actually he has good ideas, and they're not properly being. He wants to express them. He wants to share them.
Yeah.
And so, by doing this, by taking the way you currently talk to your friends and family, and say, okay, let's keep talking, but let's always focus on the feelings that we're having now, while not accusing anyone, pointing the finger. He would say, never criticize. He goes, remove it from your vocabulary. It's wrong. Don't criticize. Don't judge. Talk about how you feel and talk about what you need. And if everyone does that, we can all meet everyone's needs. And the game is, how do we make life fun? How do humans are here, you're on Earth, because you can help the well-being of each other. That's what we can do. We can help each other's well-being. We need each other for our well-being. And if we work together, it can be tremendous. But there's all this conflict. And so I want to get to people's needs, their feelings, and then how can we play the game of how does everyone win? And that's the new thing for me, is how everyone has to win. It's too often in my life I've said, well, that person, they're not included in what I'm thinking of in life. They're not smart enough, or they do drugs, or they used to do crime, or they yell, or they're angry, or they're weird, because they're different, and I don't accept them. I'm going to, achieve world peace here and without them. And my new thing is, nope, it's leave no man or woman or child or anyone behind. It's a love revolution. We're gonna talk about what we love and what we need, and that has to become the highest law. That's the change in humanity. All the laws that we have, everything that we've built in society, is just used to keep things organized and functioning and flowing. But so everything changes because we change. We go, oh, love's the thing. You just can't do certain things anymore. We have to. And the big thing will be how parents start working with their children. Because if you watch most parents, they communicate very violent with their children. Most children, they're 5, 6, 7, 8, at that age, have already learned there's rules here, and if I break them, I get punished.
Yeah.
And they live in a do this or you're punished. And that ain't right for people to. We have to work together. What do you need? What do I need? Then you can make requests. You can certainly say, hey, are you able to take out the trash every Tuesday? And you can say, with that, can that somehow meet one of your needs, rather than like, you're taking the trash out every Tuesday, and if you don't, there's going to be a problem.
You get a beating.
Yeah. And that's how so many kids, the amount of kids I talk to, Dave, that have been molested, raped, or physically assaulted. Forget it. If you add in everything, it's every kid. If you add in if you talk to every kid, if you talk to a kid, have you ever been insulted or neglected? So that's the kids. That's me talking about unconditional love. My big announcement is I've reached out to a couple different friends. I have all these views. I want to do all these different things, and I want to talk about health and wellness and all this stuff. And it's funny. Someone gave me the advice. They're like, just do comedy. That's what you're great at. Just do comedy, right? But of course, my thing is like, I need to do comedy about all those things, because I do go in 1,000 different directions.
Yeah.
It's almost like I want to non-violently treat myself. I don't want to tell myself, you sort of like doing You sort of like playing the guitar a little bit, but don't focus on comedy. I don't want to tell that ever to myself. I want to say, you keep feeling what you're doing, but I want to put on laughter medicine shows on a regular basis, and I think Claremont's where I'm going. Yeah, Claremont is Claremont. There's lice in the schools. There's a lot of homeless people.
There's lice.
Lice are in the schools. People can't sell their apartments because no one or houses because no one wants to move there. Claremont may be one of the worst places in the country. There is a lot of overdose. There's a lot of crime and drugs, and I'm thinking of I think that my energy needs to be in Claremont. I need to be putting on a laughter medicine feel good live show. I need to be going in there and saying, hey, let's revive this town. Let's come here, let's heal, let's play music, and we're going to clown and have as much, and I will be as funny as I possibly can and try to produce as many laughs as I can and try to share myself as much as I can. I will give my time and my energy. And it sort of just feels right to do that and then start performing again on a regular basis, just start doing it. And that's why I'm thinking about the farmer's market. But Dave, can you... Hey, are marijuana seeds illegal in Vermont?
Well, I don't think they could be totally illegal.
If we can get
once it becomes legal?
If we can get a confirmation when you have a chance, Chico, just a Google.
How can seeds be illegal if you're allowed to grow 2 plants? You're allowed to have 2 seeds.
I just noticed that I have a marijuana cannabis seed on the keyboard of my...
I'm glad you brought that to focus. Well, it could just be a bird seed from...
Maybe just a bird seed. But should I throw it away and say it's not mine? I have no attached to it. I don't know what the law is.
You're in Vermont. You're safe.
I'm in Vermont, but it's not in my... It's just on the keyboard.
Uh-oh. Keyboard's in Vermont, too.
I could flush them down the toilet.
Yep.
But that would be ridiculous.
Yes.
Don't flush your weed down the toilet. It makes more sense to ingest it. Oh, there's kids watching. Hey, you know the thing that we need to do?
Huh.
Is I need to tackle the taboo, which there's a lot of things that there's no the fact that we're like hiding drugs or like or what we call drugs from our kids.
Yeah.
The fact that kids grow up thinking you go to the doctor and you get a bunch of pills and a thing, but if you smoke this thing called cannabis, which is a green plant people grow, I mean, kids should just a kid now. I go, this is medicine plant. You don't hide it from people. You go, this is a medicine plant. I don't think you should be smoking with the kids, and I don't think they should be smoking, and I don't think you should be smoking in front of the kids.
Nope.
But I don't think you should be like hiding this thing, like because then the kids find like mom and dad like because some kids find their parents' weed. I've talked to children like I found my mom's stash.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing is my mom's sort of bad and she doesn't tell me things. There's all these secrets we have. That's not good for the family dynamic. Mom should say, hey, I'm 35. I smoke cannabis when I want to. I do it in a healthy way. It helps me with my neck pain, and it makes me feel good. And I'm an incredible mom, and I help my kids every single day, and I don't feel like I should be ashamed because I put marijuana in my body.
Yeah.
We're shaming a lot of people. Give me the first line, Dave.
The shaman of shaming. I don't know.
I'm the shaman of shaming. I'm here to tell you about blaming. It's not gonna serve you, it's not gonna help you. You might as well quit the complaining. I'm the shaman of complaining and shaming. Here to tell you who's to blaming, who's to blaming. What's some things, Dave, that he could do other than blame me and you?
So from an extremely cursory internet search, it looks like on July 1st, you can start growing from seed. But before then, you can't have it. But after then, you can grow it, but you can't sell or buy it.
I thought it was birdseed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those pesky birds. I keep feeding them from my keyboard. I'm Ryan, and I'm aware that I'm a little crazy. I have a problem that I want to talk about. I'm not consistent.
I have a problem with that too, that little part, a little bit.
Very crazy?
I didn't say that.
I'm Ryan, and I'm very crazy. I'm gonna go on disability.
How is that? How is that to get disability? Is that difficult?
We're gonna find out. I read the things and I go, I qualify for mental disability in a dozen ways.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe. It's like, do you feel unsafe outside of a supportive environment? You bet your butt I do.
Yeah.
I need a supportive environment or I do not feel good. Sometimes I'm too extreme. I yell at people and I'm a little mean. I wish I didn't do it, but I do it sometimes. Even though I'm not yelling now and making rhymes. Sometimes I yell at people, Dave, yeah. Sometimes I yell at people, Dave, yeah. Sometimes I'm loud and aggressive with my voice. I'm extreme and people don't want to rejoice because I'm downright scary when I'm like that. And I should pay attention to it, Dave. Sometimes I yell. Sometimes I'm mean. Sometimes I wish I was nicer. Sometimes I wish I was clean. What's some things we can say? This is where you coming there. What's some things we can do rather than yell? Let's make this song about helping Ryan out. What's some things we can do rather than yell? Let's make this song about helping Ryan out. So before I say, hey, you need to go learn, what's something I could say instead, Dave?
You need to go sing. You need to go live.
You need to go sing. You need to go live.
You need to go play.
You need to go play. Yes, Dave.
You need to do some laughing.
You need to laugh. You need to laugh. Dave, can you do that? It's called Sunny Heart Therapy. I know it's forced, but it's...
Ha ha.
Okay, Dave. Here's what you do. I spent a month in Hawaii working with this healer named Silka, 36-year-old woman from Germany. She's an amazing person.
What's her name?
Silka.
Silka.
And for a month, we woke up every day.
Laughing.
And nope, it's hard. If someone says just laugh, you can't. That's the beauty of laughing.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Can't fake it.
Yeah.
It's hard to fake it.
But here's what you can do that's sort of cool. So every morning she'd bring me out onto the balcony. I'm in the jungle on this balcony, surrounded by the jungle. This house has now been destroyed by lava. This place is not there anymore.
Jeez.
And she would stand, I would sit in a chair, and she would stand behind me. And she would have me put my head like this, and she just like poured some water on my head. I think just to like be weird. I'm sitting there going, what am I doing? And she started tapping my head. She goes, move your head like this really slowly from the left all the way to the right, right?
Yeah.
And then when you get back, move it back like this, like a kind of a typewriter, right? Your head's a very slow typewriter.
Corn eating.
And then this is what you do. You do you do a call in response with her. She's going to laugh a certain sort of way. You'll feel it and you'll do it.
You echo it? You echo it
Yeah,
back
so we'll
to
do
her?
it right now. And people can do this at home and do this anywhere you want. Find a place that's not where you can be loud. So you're going to go like this. you see how it goes? Ha 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 ha. There's a
Yeah.
rhythm to it.
Yeah.
But and you want to do it, but you don't know how. You really want to express and kind of open up and just go, ha ha ha. And I know it's very actually ridiculous. You have to actually forget about yourself, or you just need to start doing that.
Ha, 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 ha.
Awesome, Dave. Continue.
First try.
Continue doing it. That was the amazing first try. So,
Ha, 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 ha.
okay, we'll do.
Does it have to be?
We'll do a call and response. We'll play with it. Here we go.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha.
Ha, 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 ha.
Ha ha ha.
Ha, 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 ha.
Ha. Ho, 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 ho! Ah! Laugh every day, it's the medicine! Laugh every day, force it!
It is kind of funny after a while.
It is funny. It works every time. I can see the blood flow in you. I can see the energy in you. It's already working. Laughing therapy is the most powerful thing on the face of the earth. You can do it anywhere, and it's free, baby. That's Sunny Heart Therapy. These are $350.
Gee.
They're
They're Bluetooth.
put them on.
What do they do?
They're I left them in my
It's talking to me. They're on.
Is there music playing?
No, there was a lady talking for a
No,
second.
I think I left my
Connecting to
I think I left my cell
Oh.
phone in the car. Never do that. So these are Bose headphones, $349, and which is very
They feel expensive.
right. And so you go, okay,
So they play through your phone.
okay,
Your
yeah,
phone plays through them.
wirelessly, right? So if someone says, okay, why are you spending $349 on headphones? I don't really spend money on anything other than food. If you're wearing these
Yeah.
while listening to music,
Yeah.
I can literally scream at you and you cannot hear me.
No kidding.
They have this noise canceling technology. So I've experimented with giving them to kids,
Yeah.
moms. My mom and everyone has unanimously said, whoa, because my mom can ride the lawnmower and rather than she can listen to Mozart Symphony
Yeah.
while rather than for 2 hours.
Right.
That's empowering. You can listen
Yeah.
to Mozart rather than for 2 hours while you cut your grass. Sound's also very powerful, high quality sound. I would encourage, my work with everyone, if I go to the Haven right now and I say, hey, I want 30 minutes with every person in here who doesn't have a home.
Right.
I go, the best thing I could tell you is when you have $350 saved up, buy these. Wear them around your neck. And so for 24 hours, because you're sleeping in a shelter with people going in and out and all sorts of crazy things, I'm trying to find you shelter, an environment that as fast as possible to help you get that, right? So you can leave this shelter, right? But in the meantime, or even after, these are a powerful medicine. This is not an entertainment thing. This is not spend $350 on cool headphones.
Right.
This is People spend money to go to, this is $350. These are going to last for years, to have 24-hour access to sound therapy. That's what it's the cheapest thing you could ever buy in your whole life. You want the gift of.
But you have to have something to play through them.
Yep, you need to have a smartphone. Unfortunately, that has Bluetooth. You need to have a Bluetooth functioning phone, tablet, electric device. Yes, you do. Which they have those phones now. They have the free phones, I think, Obama phones.
Oh.
So get yourself a phone, get yourself headphones. Now you can control, because the hardest thing for homeless people, one of them is they can't control their environment. It's like they don't have a home, so it's like, the greatest thing about being a home is you can be alone. Being home, you can be in a room and think. Yeah. At the Haven, you got to get up and you got to get out. You can't just be. No. You don't have you have to constantly move because of the way it's built. That's not good for people. We need people to be able to go and go, this is your sanctuary. But so you need sustainable, comfortable shelter. The other thing I was going to say is, the thing about me is I lack consistency.
Yeah, but you always do.
That's great. Like Chico has always been nice, right? There wasn't like time like you were like, man, Chico was sort of like a dick.
No.
Right?
That's not child friendly.
Sorry.
But that's okay.
Penis. But I want to be more. I want to be. I have a pattern of people coming to my lives, women.
Yes.
Loving me, thinking I'm amazing, and then it's like too much, too extreme. They leave. Yeah. I want to build sustainable relationships, which means there's no reason. I want to find out how to keep people loving me as their friend in their life. That's my objective.
Right.
But here's what I've learned, and this is what I've gotten so mad about, because this is what used to anger me. I can meet a woman. Yep. For 30 days, I could really serve her. I mean, you're really taking care of her. You're providing food, water, shelter, healing, medicine, childcare. You're giving everything to someone, possibly, right? Full on. Your life's sort of on hold. You're full on serving someone else's life. Mm-hmm. And not really on hold. You're having fun. You're loving doing it. So it's not like you're doing it. It's like, that's probably my ego thinking, look how I'm doing because I love doing it. Yeah. But then on the 31st day, if there's an upset moment, if there's an argument, if there's any sort of conflict, often because of miscommunication, we're not really talking about, it can destroy all of that. It's not like it's like, it can just be like, I can't be around you anymore. And the person, then you lose people wanting to play with you in life. And that's the real game, right? Like people either want, at the end of the day, in life, people are either going to want to experience some of it with you. Yeah. And this could be everywhere from they see you daily to weekly to maybe they never see you, but they send you $1,000 every month because they love what you do. Yeah. But they don't want to be around you, but they like what you do. Right. So they have tons of money. So they send you money. That's great too. Yeah. We don't have time to be around everybody. No. But it's like looking at the sustainability of the relationships and saying the most important thing I can build is relationships. I'm 34, 40 years. What would you like to do in 34? If someone says, what do you like to do? Rather than me thinking before, I want to build a world peace center. I want a material object is a goal out there somewhere. I go, I want to radiate love and keep connecting with other humans. I want to keep building, literally, that's all I want to ever do, is keep everything else is play and fun. The main core objective is build a team, nurture team. I think people are thinking too much about money. Your main goal, if you're a young person, it's like, people just say, oh, pursue keep learn, pursue the things that you love, and build your team. Don't neglect that. Build a team of people that are sustainable. There's people in my life that they make me feel better every time they're around me. Pretty much. They're 99 percenters. Mm-hmm. No one's perfect. No. 99 percenters. I want 99 percenters in my life. Yeah. I have some of those would be great. Yeah. Okay. 98 percenter be good. We should end it. 70%. We should end at 420. It's 410. Okay. So I should probably bring that. You need to check in. We got to check in. Yeah, we got to go. Everyone grab your clown nose at home. We're probably going to be at the Hanover Farmers Market. We're going to be having. I'm just going to buy a ton of these. Show up at the Hanover Farmers Market with 100 clown noses. Hey, if Ryan Clausen shows up to the Hanover Farmers Market with a bunch of blankets, instruments, and a couple hundred clown noses, does that situation improve his life, or does it in the lives of others, or does it harm his life in the life? I think it improves me and the other people. I think it's probably a net gain.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave. I think it's time in the show where you fill in the listeners about the. Your current situation. Dave runs Shantytown Healing Sanctuary at 93 Lebanon Street. He has housed homeless people, AET hikers, women, all people in need. He's been doing it for 30 years. He's a saint. He's a hero. He's an environmental whistleblower, a first responder to water pollution. He's involved in There's an investigation going on by the state of New Hampshire about the several pollution vectors going on in the Upper Valley. So Dave is really an expert about pollution. What I would say, the only thing I would add before I shut up, because I've already talked way too much and it's abusive. I think that the way to fix the environment is it's not an environmental problem. There's a lot of people going, we need green, we need a climate change. No. We need to love and behave better with people. If we just do that, because we are the planet. It's not like we're polluting the planet. Everything's the planet. We're nature. The planet grew us. It's Mother Earth. It gave birth to humans. We didn't used to be here. There were dinosaurs. They were here, they're gone, and now we're here.
Yeah.
So we need to see that it made us. We're its children. Let's live in harmony with each other. And of course her. Yes, live in harmony with the whole thing. Okay, Dave, take it away.
Okay, well, I've been battling with the state for a while because the state will not enforce its own laws. And because of that, the roads in Hanover have been used they dumped asphalt waste on them as a way of getting rid of their asphalt waste.
They're grinding up parking lots but people are going to want to know where is the best place, because someone would say, look, asphalt has to go somewhere. Where else do you want to put it?
Well, that's what's interesting is it's come full circle, because when I first was complaining about it, I was complaining about why the material wasn't just taken back to be put into new asphalt, because that seems like the
that would be truly recycling it.
That would be recycling it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Hanover, because they have friends that had lots of asphalt waste, created a system where they would take the asphalt waste, grind it up, and then use it in ways other than for new roads, like under roads.
Oh, so there was just a lot of the stuff.
There was a lot of it. I think it was because the old hospital had shut down was part of it, but it became common for them to get companies and hauling companies to take this material and bring it to them so that they could use it.
And now this is getting interesting. This is what we need. This is deeper.
Yeah.
Okay. So they have there's a lot of asphalt waste.
So there's all this asphalt waste, and they were using it, just dumping it on the roads, strictly on the road, and then of course it just washes into the brook.
Wait, just so we're clear. There's asphalt waste. It would be best to grind it up and use it on asphalt roads.
For making new roads.
Is it possible to do that?
Yes.
But what's going on instead, they are doing that, but what's going on instead is they're taking that asphalt, they're driving it into the countryside, and they're putting it down on dirt and gravel, just dirt and roads. So they're bringing asphalt, which is petroleum, so they're taking oil from a parking lot, and they're bringing it to a place where there is no oil at all, and then it goes into the water.
Clearest waters in New Hampshire.
So the policy should be this stuff can only be used on asphalt roads that are asphalt roads now.
And it's not only the policy, it's the law. The law says that you can't use this material. It's considered oil under state law. You can't use it where it can't go into water. It can't go into state waters. It can't go into surface waters.
We need to get together a petition.
Yeah.
Sign it and issue it to the town and say this needs a cease and desist. We're breaking the law.
Right.
And then if that's ignored, then I think we probably need to file a lawsuit.
Well, this fellow who came to do the inspection.
Oh yeah, there is already a lawsuit. There's already an investigation going on by the state.
Investigation, but
But then that's relying on them. Who knows if the New Hampshire environmental.
There's too much power going on for him to do much about it, but at least he came and saw the material in the brook.
Someone from Environmental Services,
Department of Environmental Services, Hanover.
State of New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, yeah.
came to look at all the different pollution sites.
Yes.
And why did he
With a
come? How
snow-
did he know about this to come?
I had been calling for some time.
So you called, and they finally sent someone to address this
do an
issue and examine it.
investigation.
Ongoing investigation.
Yes. So he visited where they grind the asphalt, where the asphalt goes in the water, where the gas station upstream from my house pollutes the water, where snow fields are used by Hanover and Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center to put the snow right by Mink Brook so that in the spring when it melts it all runs right into the brook. The asphalt waste being used on road projects adjacent to my land, just above our waterfall and swimming hole, where the material was not used properly, where it's just running over the bank and spilling down into the grassy areas. And anyway, he took notes, took pictures. I've sent him additional videotapes, and
Yeah.
and he's going to do an assessment. Then he's going to do an assessment with. He's from the solid waste disposal aspect of the DES, but he's going to talk with the people in the water services and clean water, surface water.
He's going to go check with his colleagues and work on this
Check
thing.
with his colleagues and
So this
run
is
through it.
just interesting to see. This is a test to see what happens.
What happens?
How
when
do they deal with
yeah,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So-
could come back and really help out, or they could be like,
They'll probably be somewhere in the middle, but
Well, they're either going to issue a demand to the town of Hanover to cease and desist, or they're not. That's the
yeah,
bottom line.
That's right. And I'm not holding my breath for that, but I am.
It'd be nice if we could get a letter from them. Our goal is to get a letter from them saying, yeah, we think this is breaking the law, but we're inadequate to address this issue right now. We encourage you to take it up with our support.
Yeah.
That would be our will. You don't need to do anything. We just need a letter saying this is in fact, just so we can say, hey, that they came and looked at it. They said this is a violation. You need to stop it, and then we'll.
Well, not only did they come and look, but he came and told me that the Department of Public Works has decided, or is no longer taking these big chunks of this material, that it's going to be recycled back to the plant to make new roads but it's not because of what I've done.
They're
law.
going to stop dumping it on Moose Mountain.
Well, they're going to stop taking in asphalt waste from local contractors and such.
Why?
Because of economics. Because it has become more expensive to use it, so that it's worthwhile now for these companies to take it to the recycling plant. Before it was too expensive, but now because the cost of asphalt has gone up, now it makes sense for them to recycle it properly. So the economics are what's changing the paradigm, supposedly.
This is what Adam Smith said, the invisible hand, the founder of modern economics. You think that this is all going to work?
Supply and demand. Well, I'm hopeful that's, it's become. It makes sense because if the law was followed, there was already an economic impact, because they're supposed to have to, when this material is spilled, it's supposed to be cleaned up. But because the Department of Environmental Services never makes anybody clean it up, that portion of the loop has never been there. People just have no real reason to clean up the mess.
You've always made a great point that it's often we're not following the law. It's not that
No.
there's actually a law that was
There is a
made that
law.
said this is wrong.
Yeah, there's a law, and it's supposed to be cleaned up, and they're supposed to report when they spill it, but they just don't. They don't consider it spilled when they put hundreds of tons of this material down where it can wash into the water. They didn't consider it a problem when it polluted Storrs Pond when we had 100-year floods, but I did. And reading the law to them hasn't had much effect, but it seems like there's.
Do you know what's? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, the state's all upset about the PFOA, the polyfluoro, whatever the stuff is that's the Teflon chemical that's in all the water in New Hampshire now. There's everybody in an uproar. So this is on the back burner. But I think people are getting more and more aware that there's many sides to the environmental issue of pollution, and you can't just single one thing out. Everything has to be attacked.
First principles. You got to go to, let's go to, everyone should, a little child should be taught about the watershed right in the beginning. Here's the watershed, here's how water works, and here's how you take care of it. Caller, they want to be on camera?
Hi, honey. I can't talk right now.
He sure can. You're live on
Okay,
camera.
we're live on camera. Okay. Where are you, honey? Okay. Bye-bye. That's my honey. She's going to set up a camp at my place.
So is she going to meet us here?
No, she's not meeting us.
Does she need a ride?
I don't think so. I think she has somebody's taking her. But anyway,
Dude, this is great stuff. I'm totally
So-
loving everything you've just said for the past 20 minutes. I'm like on every line. This is
so
interesting.
Monday night I went to the town meeting. And
Okay,
and
tell us about that.
And I talked to them and I said, I laid out what the DES had told me about
No
that they
way.
weren't going to be using this material anymore. And Peter Christie said he didn't know anything about it, but he would get back in touch with me. Which he's never gotten back in touch with me about anything. But it was,
Wait, so it seems like the asphalt waste program is coming to an end.
seems like it, most of it. But it's up to me and others to hold their feet to the fire to make sure that actually happens. But
I think we should be teaching kids how to take care of water. Everyone should just know water should be a much more important thing. And I think you know more about water and care more about water than anyone. You should be a outliers are always criticized. That's what happens.
yeah.
So you're the extreme person who sees the truth. You get it. Instead of listening to you, people have said you're crazy and marginalized you. And all you've ever really said is the water needs to be clean. This is
That's all
This is wrong. This is what we're doing. We're treating children wrong. Treating everyone
And
wrong.
I've used the existing laws to show it,
But
yeah.
see how what happens we do to people? We look at their
Yes.
appearances, we judge, and we lose their whole truth. We lose the whole message. The biggest problem with this whole thing is truth is missing.
Yeah.
Truth is missing. The truth is let's protect the water, let's protect
Yes.
Dave, let's protect everyone.
protect the children.
And we're not protecting
we
everyone.
want to protect the children in Texas, but we need to protect the children here from things that we're doing.
The best way we can take care of Texas is tell everyone, start taking care of kids. Start now. You don't need to go to Texas. They're right. Go
All
find
around
them.
us, there's kids.
Tons of foster kids. Okay, well, here's my other question, Dave. So that's interesting. I think that's really positive news. This is transparency. This is positive things happening, water not being polluted. But my question is, what's going on with your living with Shantytown?
Shantytown.
Tell me about tell us about what's going on with the land that you own.
Well, the land I own has been fenced in for 19 months now. It's been over 19 months, and I've been shut off from my property so that I can't rent rooms. They blocked off my driveway, blocked off my fire lane, and basically my house is being held prisoner where I can't utilize it. And because I have no income, they've shut off my income, except I have some military disability coming. I can't pay my taxes, so they're taking my land, they're taking my house is up for auction.
Really?
Yeah. Not today, but in the very near
was.
future again. It was,
Really?
I keep being able to stop it for short periods of time, and I think I have it stopped for another month or two. And I've applied for some help, but
We gotta get the AT hikers at your place camping,
yeah, that'll be really good for my.
and then tell everyone the story. Say we need to save Shantytown, and then we'll all the money. Bank account already open. The office we have a nonprofit account at Mascoma. People can send money there, and we can use this money to pay off the taxes.
Yeah,
Raise money, pay the taxes, get the land.
that's what we need to do. I need to do.
I think everyone can help us. We got this land is so beautiful. Everyone should just chip in and just help out. We should just help out. Pay the taxes. The land's beautiful. You want access to it. There's trails. It's awesome. It's good.
Waterfall, swimming hole, and it's all grandfathered year. It's been a holy place for 100 years for families. It was a family sanctuary and a place for children to gather and swim in the summertime, and it still is. And it shouldn't be allowed to be destroyed and polluted just because some people don't realize what we have here. Ha 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 ha.
I think the woman at Dartmouth still wants to work with us. I think we just gotta.
Kiana?
I think we just gotta get together, make a video, get a petition, get a video, and then just a clear action step.
That's another one.
What this woman Autumn is amazing,
Yeah.
but she totally changed my life. She goes, what? Without an action step, there's nothing. There's nothing will happen. You need everything. All feeling has to go into action step.
Right.
Like what action would we do? And like a petition would be good, but also a little video saying, "Hey, this is Shantytown. Here's the vision, and you can send money here. This place is amazing. It takes care of people.
Yeah.
Takes care of children. Come. This is a fun place." And then people start sending in the money, and we start paying the taxes, and good, positive people come, and they bring their good, positive energy, and fun projects start happening, and then the place turns into Disneyland.
Cool. It's a small one. Small Disney.
A peaceful, quiet, gentle
Place for
Disneyland.
children to play.
Kids need more places to play, and adults. And
to
here's the
build
thing.
things.
I say I love children, right? I see everyone as a child.
Yeah.
Here you go, Dave. Get that drum out.
Peace out.